All right, let's dive into Azure Service Bus. If you're building any kind of modern application with lots of moving parts, you probably hit that wall. How do you get all those parts to talk to each other without creating an absolute mess? Well, that's exactly what Service Bus is for. It's the communication backbone that brings sanity to the chaos.
So you did it. You broke down your giant monolithic app into these sleek, manageable microservices. That's awesome, right? But now what? You've just traded one big problem for a bunch of smaller ones. And the biggest one is, how do all these little services actually communicate with each other reliably?
If you just have every service calling every other service directly, you're building a house of cards. It's what we call a tightly coupled system. When one service stumbles, it takes everyone else down with it in a cascade of failures. Trying to scale just one piece becomes a total nightmare, and good luck doing maintenance. It's just fragile.
Think about it like this. You wouldn't try to deliver every piece of mail in a city by yourself, right? That'd be insane. You rely on the postal service. Well, in the world of software, that postal service has a name. It's a message broker. It's a trusted intermediary that takes a message from a sender and makes absolutely sure it gets to the receiver, even if that receiver's offline taking a nap.
And that, right there, is where our hero of the day comes in, Azure Service Bus. This is Microsoft's fully managed, enterprise-grade message broker. It is that reliable postman, the one you can count on to make sure every single message in your application gets exactly where it needs to go, no exceptions.
These benefits right here, they are the antidote to the chaos we were just talking about. Temporal decoupling means your order service can fire off a message, and if the shipping service is down for an update, no big deal. The message just waits patiently. Load leveling means when you have a huge spike in traffic, the system doesn't fall over. It just processes the backlog at a steady pace. And loose coupling? That's your freedom to innovate on one service without breaking 10 others. It's all about building apps that are tough, flexible, and ready for scale.
Okay, so we've established that Service Bus is our post office. But not all mailboxes are the same. Inside Service Bus, you've got two main choices for how to handle your mail: queues and topics. Let's figure out which one is the right tool for your job.
Let's start with queues. A queue is the simplest thing to understand. It's a direct, dedicated pipeline. One sender puts a message in the queue, and one, and only one, receiver will eventually come along and pick it up. It's perfect for work that needs to get done, like processing an order or resizing an image.
Now, this is where queues get really powerful. It's a pattern called competing consumers. You can spin up, say, 10 instances of your processing service, all listening to that one queue. They're all competing to grab the next message. But here's the magic. Service Bus guarantees that only one of them gets any given message. It's an instant, built-in way to scale out your workload and blaze through a backlog.
So the big takeaway for queues is this. Messages are generally processed in the order they were received. First in, first out. And remember, each message is a job for a single worker, even if there's a whole pool of them competing for the work.
But what if you need to shout something from the rooftops? What if one event needs to be seen by multiple parts of your system? For instance, a new user signs up. You've got to send a welcome email, you need to update your analytics dashboard, and you need to let the sales team know. A queue won't work for that. That, my friends, is a job for a topic.
This is the classic pub-sub, or publish-subscribe model. Here's how it works. Your user service publishes one single user-created message to the topic. The topic acts like a broadcast tower. It immediately makes a copy of that message and sends it down to every single subscription that's listening. The email service has its own subscription, the analytics service has another. Each one gets its own copy of the message to handle however it wants.
And this is where it gets really cool. You can set up rules or filters on these subscriptions. So let's say you have an order place topic. Your warehouse service subscription might have a filter that says, I only want orders with physical products. Meanwhile, your digital access service has a filter that says, I only care about downloadable content. This way, each service only gets the messages that are relevant to them. It's incredibly efficient.
So when you look at them side by side, the choice becomes pretty clear. Queues are for point-to-point commands, for work that needs to be done. Think, process this payment. Topics are for one-to-many events, for announcements. Think, hey everyone, a payment was just processed.
So, really, it all boils down to one simple question you need to ask when you're designing your system. Is this message a task for a single worker, or is it an event that multiple parts of my system might care about? Your answer to that question tells you instantly whether you need a queue or a topic.
Okay, so we know what to use, a queue or a topic. Now we got to figure out how much power we need behind it. Service Bus basically comes in two flavors, standard and premium, and picking the right one is absolutely critical.
The standard tier is awesome for getting your feet wet. It's super cheap, you pay for what you use, and it's perfect for your development and test environments, or maybe for an application that just doesn't have a ton of traffic. It's a shared environment, so performance can vary a bit, but hey, it gets the job done.
But when you're talking about your production workload, when real money and real customers are on the line, when performance is not negotiable, that's when you bring in the big guns. That's the premium tier. This is where Service Bus carves out dedicated resources just for you.
Look at this table. The one word that should jump out at you is predictable. With standard, your performance is best effort. Think of it like taking a city bus. You'll get there, but traffic might slow you down. Premium is like having your own private car in a dedicated lane on the highway. You get consistent, repeatable, high throughput, and low latency because you have your own dedicated resources.
And yeah, let's not just gloss over that message size. We're going from a max of 256 kilobytes in standard all the way up to 100 megabytes in premium. That is a massive jump, and it unlocks a whole new set of possibilities for sending larger payloads without any extra work.
All right, picking the right tier is huge, but it's not the whole story. You can have the fanciest car in the world, but if you don't know how to drive it, you're not going to win the race. So let's cover a few pro tips on how you write your code to get the absolute most out of Service Bus.
This is your performance cheat sheet. Seriously, these 3 things will make a huge difference. First, always use the AMQP protocol. It's just more efficient. Second, and this is a classic mistake, don't create a new Service Bus client for every single message. That connection process is expensive. Create one client and reuse it. And third, turn on prefetching. This is like telling your client to grab a whole stack of messages at once instead of going back and forth for each one. It drastically cuts down on network round trips.
And this quote is super important for when you get to massive scale. It's basically saying that just throwing more money at a single Service Bus namespace by scaling it up might hit a ceiling. For extreme throughput, you might need to shard your workload across multiple namespaces. It's an advanced technique, but it's good to have in your back pocket.
Okay, so let's wrap this all up. What's the bottom line? First, decouple your services with a message broker. It's the key to building resilient apps. Use queues for one-to-one jobs, and use topics for one-to-many announcements. When performance truly matters, go premium. And finally, don't forget to optimize your code with those simple best practices.
So I'll leave you with this question. Go take a hard look at your own applications. All those messages flying between services, are they part of a well-organized system that's building strength and resilience? Or are they creating a tangled traffic jam of chaos? Because with the right patterns and a tool like Azure Service Bus, you absolutely have the power to make sure they're building strength.